Having lived for 4 years in beautiful Edinburgh, I'm very familiar with the rainy Princes Street. What was today's march in aid of?
It was for two things and two things only. It was no to vaccine passports and no to vaccine mandates. There were in that march, as there are in every march, people espousing all sorts of points of view. But the most wonderful thing about this march in freezing and wet Edinburgh today was that we had vaccinated, we had unvaccinated. We had people who came together protesting about civil rights, against masks for children in schools. But the one thing that united absolutely everyone was a determination to preserve civil liberties and to resist at all cost coercion and mandatory vaccinations.
How do you see this particular story developing? Do you think we'll ever see an end to these measures, Helen?
I don't know how the government gets out of it, frankly. Once you've introduced something saying, this is necessary, it becomes very difficult to then say, that was necessary then, but now it's not anymore. Look at all of the difficulty that the Prime Minister had in the run-up to the July, well, first of all, the June, and then the July Freedom Day, with the howls of many unions and different organizations saying that this was reckless, this is one of the reasons why we should always be so careful about introducing any kind of restriction. Because if you don't know when you introduce it, what your exit strategy is, how you are going to stop that, then you can find yourselves, as we find ourselves now, with an absolutely terrified populace, terrified beyond rational grounds for one particular virus. I don't know how we get out of this, frankly. But
no, and of course the measures have been even stricter north of the border under First Minister Nicola Sturgeon. Have you had any pushback for your campaigns within the community, among friends, or even within the family, Helen?
Yes, I don't think anyone who is, and you will know this, Mark, I don't think anyone who is courageous enough to stand up against and be the salmon swimming upstream, be the awkward person saying, actually, no, hang on, this doesn't feel right, I'm not okay with this, against this torrent of messaging of be safe, be safe, be safe. If you dare to stand up against this, you are going to get pushback, and I have had pushback from family, from friends, from random strangers in the street.